the Jeep.
Choo, choo, choo. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Ooh, huh? What? Huh? What? What? Huh? Hey. Whoa. Whoa. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa. Jeez. Well, anyway, welcome to Verossa Vlog 3.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
I wanted to start out with a little bit of an apology.
Introducing David Bob.
Well, we got the Verossa body kit in. Came cut in half.
What am I gonna do?
Several companies apparently do this, and shipping, it of course probably warped itself as well. I think this is pretty stupid. I'd rather have it, you know, solid, and then if I have to cut it in half to extend it or something to make it fit perfect, I think that would make more sense personally, but I don't know. It's just something that some companies do to try to save money in shipping, I guess. Either way, we did, when we would have, had to extend the side skirts about an inch on the one and a little bit less on the other, so that made sense, but the front bumper and rear bumper were fused. If you put them, you know, butt to butt, they were perfect. Luckily, he came over because he knows how to do all this stuff. I'm an idiot when it comes to fiberglass. I'm pretty good at eating it, that's about it. So the only thing left is my BN Sports hood to arrive from Japan. I think that's estimated to come in a couple months, hopefully before final bout. Oh yeah, in other news, the team got accepted into Final Bout East.
What the hell are you? Final Bout.
So a few days later, I went over to Billy's shop, and my GS has been here for a little bit, and we started prepping to pull the motor. Timing of everything really sucked, but, you know, it's one of those things where the Verossa has been my favorite four-door drift car, and I'll get back to the GS eventually.
So what you want to do is you're going to take your district magistrate and really just wrap it around the sonotube here. You're going to make that nice and secure, and that's not easy because anyone who's ever been to pickle will tell you that's a lot of juice. So we're going to make that really secure. We're going to tape it up here with some Spam because we don't want any milk coming through.
Hello, and welcome to News and Stuff. I'm Storybook Jeans. Tonight, we've learned that Gilroy from Gilroy's Wood has suffered a stroke. He is recovering nicely. Tonight, we dive into the mind of the Send-It community.
I know my car's not stylish, and it probably won't pass tech.
I'm just gonna sand it.
Well, Gideon, what did I say?
Look away!
What did I say?
I'm sorry!
Stop it!
So we drained the fluids, started pulling harnesses and disconnecting clips and power lines. Oh, look, we have Taylor Swift on the girl. And then, yeah, got her ready to pull out. The motor came out really easy. Fed the wire harness through. Just, you know, what you would normally do to pull a motor.
Would you just look at it?
So after the motor and trans were pulled out of the GS, it was time to swap cars. My friend Matt from Team Hayes had no problem helping me out since my enclosed trailer does not have a winch. And even though he hates my guts, he had no issues coming to do this and just absolutely loves being on camera.
Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1 from the 1 to the...
It was cool getting to see the Verossa outside of the shop, able to like really look at the body lines a little bit better. We got the car and threw it right into the shop just to keep it out of the elements and stuff and to start cleaning it up. So this is kind of a treat. Also gave me a look at some of the body work that has to be done on it. And then it was time to head to Billy's to swap cars.
Like that one I showed you, it's only rated for 7K. Are you recording right now?
We arrived at Billy's. The nice thing about the Verossa is it's not super slammed yet. The suspension hasn't been dialed, so it was pretty easy to get on and off of the trailer. The GS, however, was fairly low, so we had to finagle.
You like my boobs? Got my boobs at Tractor Supply. Stop. Fart noises?
Oh, yeah. And we're off, taking the GS back to the shop, leaving the Verossa.
Oh, hey.
Giving us the opportunity to start tearing into the Verossa. The GS is just going to go away for a little bit. I'm going to start looking for a stock 1J, and we'll get back to this thing. So I went back to Billy's, and we put the Verossa up on the lift, and looked at a few things, and within probably like 45 minutes to an hour, we had the 1J from the GS thrown in, bolted up, just kind of looked at the car, and everything seems very straightforward. It is, like they say, basically an IS.
Oh, yeah, you like that, don't you?
Well, that's going to be it. Apologies for how long it took to get this episode out. I had some computer problems, and besides that, it's just been pretty rough to film while we're rushing to get some stuff done in preparation for the Final Bout event in May. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this, even though it was a nightmare with time. And see you on the flippity flop, flipsker. You know, what?